Welcome to Varanasi, the spiritual city of India. Now today is a very special day because today I reached 77 subscribers. So I thought I'd make it special, but as I don't have a lot of subscribers, a friend of me behind the camera prepared some questions so I can do a small question and answer video. So she's gonna ask me some questions.
So first of all, tell me what inspired you to start this YouTube channel.
So even before I was starting filming, I traveled a lot solo, and I basically had all of these stories, to tell my friends, and we were talking about it. And at some point, my friends were like, "Hey, why don't you start documenting it?" And then I started documenting it with my phone. Took some movies, not real movies, but just filmed some stuff, and then obviously I saw different people on YouTube doing like real travel vlogs, and I thought, why not, let's do the same thing. Yeah.
When did you first come to India? And did you experience a culture shock when you came here?
Not really. I was 3 years old, I think. First time I came here, so I don't even remember, and the second time was when I was 11 years old. And I didn't experience any culture shock because I think I was so small when I first came here, so I was already used to it, so no, not really.
Do you feel like India is a safe place to travel to? Or is there anything to keep in mind when traveling to India?
I don't think India is especially dangerous. It's just like every place you go, just beware of your surroundings. Don't wear headphones when you're walking down the street. Don't beware of scammers. If you're a woman, don't walk out at night. Or if you go out at night, don't walk alone. Just basic things, but I don't think India is particularly dangerous. It's dangerous as any other country maybe, but yeah.
Can you tell me about your best and your worst experience that you had traveling in India, or if you want also traveling in general?
Well, since we're in Varanasi, I'll keep it in India. So the worst story, I already talked about this on my channel. When I was 11 years old, me and my sister were traveling together, me and my sister and my father. And during the night we were making a stop at a restaurant in the middle of nowhere. And then we had to go to the bathroom. When we went to the bathroom, we saw, let's make it quick, let's get straight to the point. We saw a dead body in the bathrooms. And when I was small, I was 11 years old, I didn't even realize it. But that, I guess, was the worst experience that I had in India. Now the best experience is actually a little bit similar. It was when I was 18. I was traveling alone with the bus from Mumbai to Gujarat. And we were also making a stop during the day. And that stop was also kind of... Let's wait. And that stop was also kind of in the middle of nowhere. And there was an old house of some farmers. And then I was just walking around, while we were stopping. And then there was a small little boy looking out of the door, and I was just waving, and then the mother opened the door. I said hello, and then she invited me in. And I was like, yeah, let's go in. And basically, she invited me for a tea, and then she went up to the cupboard, opened the cupboard, and then at the top she took a thing out, which was in it was in a towel, in a nice red towel, and she took it down to us, and it was almost like a gift, like something special, and then she put it down, and then she opened it up, and there were just cookies from the supermarket someplace, but there weren't any supermarkets there, so I guess that was a special gift for her to us, and then we were eating some cookies from the supermarket and some chai. So I think that's that was so heartwarming. So that's why that was one of my best experiences.
And how do you decide where to go and what to film?
What city to go to, or when
What-
I'm in the city, where do I walk?
Which places to travel to, which neighborhoods to go to, and what to feature in your videos?
So, I mean, I don't really make plans for where I go to. It's just like, it's very spontaneous. Like Varanasi, you know, I was just like, yeah, I've been to Mumbai, to Rajasthan. What's next? What's interesting? So I thought, yeah, why not go to Varanasi? Interesting place. And when I'm in the city, I mean, I just walk in whatever direction. I just walk. Because sometimes for me, like the touristic places are kind of boring. Not always, but sometimes. So I like to just, you know, get lost in the city, and yeah, that's how you make the most encounters with the locals, and that's what I like.
In your videos, you sometimes speak different languages.
Yes.
And so how many languages do you speak and which ones?
Well, obviously,
And maybe you can also talk about how you learned them, if you want.
So, that's always a question, like how many languages do you speak? That all depends on how you define speaking a language. When it's just about, you know, having a, you know, being able to have small talk, communicate, I think it's about 5, which will be, you know, for German, French, Hindi, Spanish, you know. But if it's just to ask directions, would also be Portuguese, because it's very similar to Spanish, and also Russian. And because how did I learn those languages? Basically, just like Duolingo and watching movies. Yeah, that's basically like Duolingo, watching movies, and then try to look for people who speak the language and try to communicate with them.
And well, we're speaking about languages. Do you feel like the interactions you have with the locals are different when you speak Hindi versus English?
100%. That's obvious. That's why I like to learn languages. You know, just to be able to interact with the locals and not be seen as a tourist. I mean, obviously I am a tourist. I don't want to deny that, but it's still different. They look at you as the same, more or less the same. And also scammers, you know, they're like, oh, this guy, he's been around. I better not scam him too much, otherwise I won't be able to scam him. So yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Also, that's how I make friends. Like in a lot of places in the world who don't speak English, because I spoke those languages.
Okay. All the videos on your channel for now are about India. And what kind of video do you plan to make in the future? Is it going to be only India, or what is it going to be?
Most definitely, I'll never stop making videos in India, but I also have some other places already planned. I won't say too much, but one place I'll go to next will be in Eastern Europe. Yeah, I won't say
Cool.
where exactly though.
Yeah, so were you always that comfortable talking to the camera and filming yourself in public, especially in like crowded places?
Not at all. Look at my older videos. Like, I mean, look at I started like two months ago, but look at my videos. It's still very awkward. I still have trouble sometimes. You know, like what do I say? What do I say to the camera? How can I entertain the people behind the camera? But it's all good. You know, it's now I just don't take it as serious. I don't really care. But yeah.
So, what tips would you give if someone wants to become more comfortable
like
behind the camera?
behind the camera, just start.
In front of the camera.
Yeah,
I mean.
just start. Like even me, I'm still not comfortable really, but I just don't care now. Like just do it. Don't. Yeah. You'll regret it if you don't just start. At some point you'll regret it, so just start. As with any other thing.
So, what's the most tasty street food that you have tasted and that you think everyone should taste in India?
There's so many. I mean, you can take any dish and then you can just take it on the street and it will probably taste better, honestly, because they don't wash their pans. That's just my theory. They never wash their pans, so all of the spices and all of the, they all mix together in the same pan. That's my theory. That's why it tastes better. But I mean, the most basic thing you can just take on the street, I guess, is pakora. Pakora you'll find everywhere, and yeah.
So tell me where you are and why you're on a boat.
I'm on a boat. So we are, as I said, in Varanasi, the most spiritual city in India, I would say. And we are at the Ganges River, which is the holy river of Hindus. And yeah, we're just here enjoying the view, that's it.
Is there anything more you'd like to say?
Subscribe to my channel. Like and subscribe. Yeah.